Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Robin Piper, and I represent the Globus family of brands. And today I'm going to be talking about Avalon Waterways, our river cruise company. We are so glad that you are interested in cruising on the rivers of Europe and beyond. During this presentation, I'm going to share with you some of the great features that make us different from our competitors. But what I also want to share with you are some of our fantastic itineraries, places that you might have been before but never seen from an Avalon River cruise ship. So let's get started. Let's talk about what makes us special. So during the presentation today, we're going to talk about our panorama suites, our dining opportunities, Avalon Choice for our fantastic included excursions, and of course, our suite ship features. These are the discernible differences that make Avalon different than any of our competitors. First things first, let's take a look at our panoramic suites. Now, this is the way to travel. So much so that the folks over at Cruise Critic, over 6 million of them, voted us best in river cruises for 2024. We are so excited to have that particular award given to us. But it all starts with this fantastic idea of the panoramic suite. You'll notice this wall of windows is actually 11 feet wide by 7 feet tall and opens 7 feet with a completely unobstructed view from your very own Comfort Collection bed. That's right. When you lay in bed, you can actually see the world go by. Now you'll notice she is peeking her little toe right off the window there. There is no external balcony, and that's not a mistake. We do that on purpose because we wanted to make your bedroom, your suite, even larger than any of our competitors, 30% larger. And because we took that space off for that external balcony, which really isn't all that usable actually, we were able to give you a love seat and a chair and a table, making your whole room more usable all the time. Remember, we sail from March to December. So whether it's rainy or sunny or maybe even snowing during the Christmas markets, you can be inside your climate controlled room watching everything that you see pass you by, all from the comfort of a great seating arrangement within your stateroom. Now let's talk about the staterooms. They're more than just a place for you to sleep, but when you do sleep, you will have a wonderful night's sleep. We have our Comfort Collection beds, and one of my favorite features is the fact that we have a choice of mattress toppers. So maybe you like your side to be extra soft, and your traveling companion likes their side to be really firm. All you have to do is tell your cabin steward, and they will make the appropriate adjustments. We also have a pillow menu. I have to have the right kind of pillow, and we have just what I need when I'm on Avalon. Of course, we have nightly turn down service, but we also have some little things that I think are really important when it comes to being at your home away from home. We have under the bed storage for your luggage, so that gives you even more walkable, usable space in your staterooms. We have the flat screen TVs that have satellite television with English speaking TV and a lot of movie channels that are all free for maybe you just want to take in a night and just relax in your stateroom. You can totally do that. We have in-room safes. We actually also have um, complimentary Wi-Fi. We use Starlink, and all of our ships now have 2 satellites set up, so it's even faster than it was before. L'Occitane luxury bath products, so you don't have to pack shampoo, conditioner, body wash, or lotion. It's all ready for you in your stateroom. Now, you also might notice that we do have a mini bar. Beautiful mini bars. Those are based on consumption, but if you ask, maybe you found something in town that you wanted, maybe a bottle of wine or something, you could ask your cabin steward to remove the item so that you can keep that in your room if you wanted to and drink right there in your little seating area. We also have laundry service available for a nominal charge. And one of my favorite features are bathrooms. I know nobody makes a vacation decision based on a bathroom, but once you've been on board our ships, you'll see why I make such a big deal about our bathrooms. They are oversized with lots of marble all throughout. You've got the marble countertops, you've got a beautiful large shower with a real shower door. Yes, that is not a just a picture we put up there. Really great space, plenty of space for two people to share that bathroom and have plenty of space to move around. So, really, I love talking about this whole area. Now, this is another shot of that panoramic suite. And like I said, these are 200 square feet, and most of our staterooms look just like this, 80% of them. So, this gives you a fantastic view no matter where you are on the ship. Now, let's talk about dining. Vacation really is about, you know, taking in some new adventures. And some of those adventures might be with dining, but you don't have to leave anything to chance when you're with Avalon, because we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our panoramic dining room. No additional charges. We have sparkling wine available with breakfast, and then we have regional wines and beers included with lunch and dinner, also soft drinks. And then we also have the panoramic bistro, which has a light lunch usually available, and then also dinner can be served in the panoramic bistro. Just kind of a more casual way for you to dine. What I like is they serve all the entrees and desserts in sort of a kind of a fancy mason jar kind of thing, but you can have multiple entrees if you want, multiple desserts, and just have a kind of a tasting of everything that's available that evening. On the Sky Grill, we offer that a couple of times during each sailing. That might be a barbecue, it might be sweet and savory crepes. There's lots of different ways that we utilize that Sky Grill on the very top deck. And did I mention room service? We have room service for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Continental breakfast in the morning, and then you can order off the menu for lunch or for dinner. No charge for any of those options. That is living. I love that opportunity because some days you just want to relax. And speaking of relaxing, how about a complimentary cocktail hour? So I already talked about when we include wine and beer with our meals, but then about an hour before dinner, usually from 6 to 6:45, we have a complimentary cocktail hour. That last 15 minutes, the tour director will do their talk and tell you about what's going on for the next day and any special instructions. We have a special happy hour menu that will go over, what drinks are included. We have specialty drinks, we have mixed drinks, we have all kinds of things for you to choose from. You can try a new one every day if you wanted to. So when you're on one of our suite ships, you will notice that there are epic views throughout. Lots of glass, lots of unobstructed views. That's what it's all about. We have that beautiful sky deck. Now, we don't have a pool on every ship. We just have them on the new ship on the Douro, but we do have a hot tub on the rest of our ships. We have an adventure center where you can check out anything from yoga mats to stretching bands to bicycles. And we have our adventure host helping you every step of the way. We have a fitness center in the club lounge, which is available 24/7 and does have self-service beverages and premium coffees. And of course, we already talked about the Wi-Fi, but that is a pretty big deal. Oh, I clicked too many. Now, when we're speaking of Avalon Choice, this is something that has evolved over the years. It's how you spend your free time with us. Well, included excursions are very important, but having variety is extremely important. We have a lot of repeat guests on Avalon, and so we need to mix it up and make sure that when you return, you have good choices as well. So our classic excursions are going to be just kind of how the name implies, but they're going to be a walking tour, maybe a little history, some architecture, um, you know, going to famous churches, famous landmarks, that type of thing, the must-see sites of that area. Active, like the name implies, it's going to be exploration in motion. It might be hiking through the Black Forest or canoeing on the Danube. Did you even know you could do that? We have e-bike tours. We have all sorts of different choices. So active is a really, really popular part of how we travel and how we explore. And then discovery. This could be anything from going to a winery and hearing more about how everything works and all about the process to having a wine tasting afterwards. Or maybe you're in France in Giverny and we're going to do a art class, a painting class, so that you're inspired as well. Or maybe it's a photography class. You just never know. So we have lots of different choices. They're all labeled in the brochure and when you get on board. So every day you're going to have at least one included excursion each day. Typically, they go out in the morning and come back for lunch. We might even have a second opportunity if we're going to two ports that day, where you'll have multiple included excursions. Sometimes in the afternoon, you'll have free time, or you might even have an optional excursion that you might want to partake in. But we like to let you experience each destination in a way that is meaningful to you. So a lot of people ask me what the number one river is to do. Well, there's no such thing as a number one river, but I will tell you one of the most popular rivers for our first timers are either the Danube or the Rhine. So the Romantic Rhine is a very popular itinerary. You can either start it down in Basel, Switzerland, and sail northbound up to Amsterdam, or do it in reverse. And this is the one that you see in the commercials. You see those vistas and those castles up on the hilltops, and it's just beautiful. That's the Rhine River Gorge. And that is the only time you'll hear our tour director get on board their microphone and do a commentary as you go through that area. But this is one of the most popular itineraries that we have. Danube Symphony, this is another really popular itinerary. It's a little shorter period of time, so if you need to be mindful of how long you're away or what your budget is, it's 6 days and you visit 4 countries. Now you can add on pre or post, so you can add on more time in Budapest. You could even add on time in Prague if you wanted to. So there are options to take a short cruise. Maybe you're not sure if you're going to like it. Trust me, you're going to like it. But you can also add on some land as well. So you've got some ways to extend your stay. Now, Burgundy and Provence, this is another really important sailing. This is once people get done with Rhine and the Danube, then they come over to France. And this is perfect for our wine lovers. You're going to be in the heart of it all. And really has some fantastic stops along the way. Remember, any one of these little black dots, that's the spot where you're going and you're going to get off the ship. But as you're sailing, you're not going very far. We're not going very fast. So a lot of people ask me, well, will I be able to see land? Yes, you'll always be able to see land. And we're not going at a pace where anybody ever really gets any kind of motion sickness. We're just not going that fast. So each of these little stops along the way, you're going to have some choices for how you spend your time. And if you choose not to do an included excursion, you can go out and explore on your own. That's perfectly understandable as well. Now, we also have what's called Active and Discovery. We have one of these on all of the major rivers. Some of them we have multiple. Active and Discovery. But with the Active and Discovery, what you'll experience is more of the Active and Discovery excursions and less of the classic. So if you like to be active on your vacation, you might want to look at the Active and Discovery collection that we have. This one happens to be on the Seine, and we have a companion sailing in our classic itineraries called Paris to Normandy. Both of them go to the Normandy landing beaches. Both of them start in Paris. So you've got a little bit of the same thing, but the biggest difference is how the excursions are planned. So on this one, you're going to be starting and ending in Paris, and you'll have a pre-night in Paris, and then you'll start to sail. The day before you head to Normandy, we'll have a historian come on board and talk to us about the history of D-Day. And then that next day, you will find yourself at the beaches and at the cemetery, and it's just really an amazing experience. So I highly recommend this itinerary. It was the very first itinerary I did on Avalon, and it is still my favorite. We also have active and discovery, like I said, on a lot of our other rivers. This happens to be one that is on the Danube. Now, if you're sitting here and you're thinking, maybe I've got college age kids or high school age kids, and we'd like to do something in the summer, please take a look at our active and discovery. These have a lot of different excursions where you can all go off and do something that you're interested in, and then come back for lunch or come back for dinner and share the day's experiences. So this one is a great example of, you start off in Budapest with a night on land, and then you start on the ship, you sail for 7 days, and then you're going to go up to Prague for 2 nights. It's very important that you understand that you will have a Globus cruise director with you every step of the way, even in Budapest, even in Prague, because we have some inclusions in those particular itineraries. So you'll never be completely on your own. You'll always have a resource available to you when you travel with us on land or on river. Festive season, I know I said that Paris to Normandy was one of my favorites. Festive season is another one of my favorites. If you can get away anytime after Thanksgiving all the way up to mid-December, these are some really wonderful times to go experience Europe. It is a completely different backdrop. It sparkles, it twinkles, and there's so much fun to be had. So we do Christmas markets in France. We do them through Germany and Austria. So just keep in mind, we have lots of different choices for you. We've actually doubled our capacity for Christmas markets for 2025, and we also have them open for 2026. It's a great way to bring your family together, but don't delay. They will go quickly. So we already have some dates that are sold out. Another very popular destination is tulip time. This is a short window, so 2025 and 2026 are available right now. These will take you, of course, through Holland and Belgium. So it's very important, if you want to see this area and you want to see the tulips. I can't guarantee what Mother Nature does with the tulips, but I will tell you, when they are out, they are beautiful. And this is just a very interesting area anyway. We'll take you out into the Dutch countryside, and there's lots of really interesting excursions on top of it being all about the flowers. So there's other things to do too. I mean, there's chocolate, Belgian chocolate, there's all sorts of things. So you'll have a great time. Now, our newest ship, which was launched in 2024, is on the Douro River. And so this is round trip out of Porto. And just look at these beautiful landscapes. So up on these hills, these are all the vineyards, but there's no way that they can get any mechanism up there to take down the crops. So they have to pick everything by hand. So this is called the River of Gold, and it is a windy river. And what I love about it is we have a brand new ship there that holds just 102 passengers, and she sails through here with just the elegance of, a fine lady. But it is going very well. 2025 is very close to being sold out, but we can find a couple of dates for you, I'm sure. And then 2026 is also available. Now, if you want to add on pre-cruise, we have a 3-night stay in Lisbon, and then we'll take you up to Porto for the sailing. and everyone is raving about it. But like I said, it's a smaller ship, but we didn't make the staterooms any smaller. They're still the perfect size. And then another new itinerary for 2025. This is our Bonjour Bordeaux. And this is wonderful for anyone who loves a little bit of wine. We're going to take you right into wine country on the Gargonne and the Dordogne rivers. And this is going to be a very pleasant space. The climate is a little cooler in this area, so it is also a great destination for summer travel. I'm actually going with my husband in July, so we're really looking forward to being away from the hustle and bustle of Paris, but being in the countryside. So I ask you to come join us. If you can be gone for 2 weeks, you can actually add on the Paris to Normandy sailing and then connect by train and do this sailing in Bordeaux as well. So it'd be a 14-day experience and take advantage of one set of airfare. So I have some fantastic offers for 25 and 26 sailings. We've got airfare from free airfare to $4.99 airfare, some great things in between, up to $3,000 off on select sailings, and some sailings that do have no single supplement fee, which is wonderful. Any of those active and discovery sailings have complimentary gratuities, and when you book with Cruise Holidays before January 31st, you'll get an additional $100 off. So with that being said, please be sure to reach out to Cruise Holidays at the phone number listed below, to your favorite travel advisor, or if you don't have a travel advisor yet, please reach out. They are the best of the best, and they know all these cruise lines backwards and forwards. They'll make a good match for you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.